We are on lesson 8.7, page 461 in your book. And luckily, the lesson before this, we reviewed it. And this lesson is going to be way super short compared to the previous lesson. So, on number 2 in your book, it gives you a big long word problem with this equation in it. Following the same rules from the previous lesson, 7/8 is your answer. Your answer is the fraction that you keep. Okay, when you are trying to find the first two numbers in here, you're going to have to divide, and then this you're going to have to flip the fraction that's being multiplied by the letter. Flip it. 3/2. And remember, we cannot divide fractions. We have to change the symbol. I can't crisscross reduce any of these, so that turns into a 21. That turns into a 16. The bigger number is on top. I don't like that, so you need to turn it into a mixed number and shove the top number over. 21 and 16. 16 cannot fit into 2. 16 can fit into 21 one time. And 5 goes at the top. 16 goes at the bottom. And that is your answer. Okay. Number 3. You take your answer. That is your first fraction. You take the fraction that's given to you and you flip it. 8/3. This originally was a multiplication problem. To find a missing number of a multiplication problem, you have to divide. However, we aren't allowed to divide in our fractions, and we already flipped this, so we can change the symbol to multiplication. I can crisscross multiply because 3 and 9, they get along with each other. Divide by 3, divide by 3. This one turns into a 1. This one turns into a 3. Our final answer is 24/1 with S equal 24. On your worksheet of 8.7, you only have to do number 1 and number 2 on the front. And it is exactly like what we did on the board. You also have task cards to do today. Your task cards say 8.7 at the top corner, okay? And you have to put A, B, C, or D on all of these answers. You can't put 7 times 4A, whatever. Okay, you have to put either A, B, C, or D because that's all I have on my thing. I am going to give you the biggest cheat sheet in the world for that task card, and here it is. If it is looking for an expression, you can see that I underlined the letter X. That means no, okay? Expression means that there is no equal sign, okay? That's kind of like if I do 3M, M can be whatever number I choose, okay? And the answer depends on what I assign that. So there isn't an equal sign because you can't solve for anything until I give that letter a value. So an expression is this because it has no equal sign. An equation does have an equal sign, and if you see, I underlined the equate or equal. It starts the same way. This is an equation because it has an equal sign. Okay? All of these things on your task cards for 8.7 are just asking, is it an equation or is it an expression? And you need to know the difference between them. And honestly, shouldn't take you more than 5 minutes because you should just be able to look at your choices and be like, yeah, there's an equal sign, or no, there's not an equal sign, and that's about as fast as it needs to go. And that's all you have for today. Remember, on your worksheet, you only need to do number 1 and number 2 on the front, and then your task cards. Have an amazing day. See you later.